What's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing? It is Dyson or 99 Films, and today I'm going over a intro video to my YouTube channel. I realize I've never kind of done this. I've never introduced myself, who I am, what kind of filmmaking I'm into, and so today I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of basically who am I and who is 99 Films. So for this channel, I'm going to be posting a lot of the videos that I create, as well as hopefully a lot of behind the scenes. I want to be able to help somebody who is in the same position as me, who had no idea what they were doing, but need a professional look. Over time, you learn a lot of things, and that's kind of why I want to help make this YouTube channel, is because I want to help speed up that process for as many people as I possibly can. I also want to challenge myself to become a better videographer. I want to be posting short films, and I want to become known as a cinematographer, somebody who creates stories through video. I will be starting actually a 24-hour film challenge, everything done within 24 hours. And I want you guys' ideas and opinions on what the next topic could potentially be. So I'm gonna start back by going into my past a little bit, going into how long ago I got into video, why I got into video, and kind of why I've stuck with it. I'm gonna go back in time a little bit and explain to you guys kind of how I got into videography. I've been doing videography for almost 3 years now. As of October, that'll be the 3rd year since I ever posted my first video. It all started back when I was a kid in high school. I remember one day I was in my hot tub and I was looking at the moon, and I thought this would be such an amazing picture, and I pulled out my cell phone at the time. And of course, that picture turned out to be complete garbage. It was the worst picture ever, not usable whatsoever. I ended up working quite a bit part-time in order to afford my first ever camera. Now, my first ever camera at the time was a Rebel T3i used. I bought this for about 200 to 300 Canadian dollars with just a kit lens. At the time, I didn't even have an SD card. The very next day, I ended up going camping with some friends, and I picked up an SD card on the way and started taking my first ever photos. So obviously those photos are not very good. It's pretty much all automatic settings, no manual exposure, but it was the start to my future career, and that's what's important, is that I started shooting and I kept on with it. So I kind of just fell in love with photography, and from there I just got a free tripod off of Kijiji. I would go with my car late at night, take some photos, practice with some long exposure things, just trying out all these different tricks that I had kind of learned off of YouTube. As high school finished, I didn't know what to do with myself. I had no idea what to do as a career. I was kind of just all over the place. And so I had the opportunity to move away to Sweden to play hockey. And so I did that. And right before I did that, who was there editing a BizLoc music video other than RoyalZ himself? And I remember that night, and I just went up behind him, I introduced myself, I asked if I could just watch him edit and see, what the whole process of video actually was, because at the time I was only doing photography. For this very first video, all it was basically for me to have a memory's sake with me and my friends the last kind of week that I was in Regina before I had moved away. I think I was using a 2012 Macbook Pro 13-inch. At the time, I think this was 2017, so this was a fairly old computer, and I was running Premiere Pro, but I made do with it. I remember every time I had a draft, I sent it over to Anastas, get him to review it, see what little minor things that he would pick up on as a little bit more of a professional versus someone who is an absolute beginner, amateur, never did a video before in his life. I posted that video, got some really good feedback. It was a great learning curve for me, and I stuck with it and kind of fell in love with it. I remember when I moved back, I got a text from Anastas saying that he had a job opportunity for me to come edit some videos over at Strategy Lab, where I had my very first videography job. So I worked at Strategy Lab for about 1.5 years until I decided it was time for me to go freelance. And I went to go in freelance. I actually moved away to Calgary, Alberta, and had some good times there. Unfortunately, COVID kind of came around and messed everything up there. My lease was over, and so I thought it wasn't necessary for me to go find a new place during all this madness. So I moved back home, and luckily enough, I was offered a job at Subtle Cinematics, where I am working right now. I love working here. I basically wake up, do videos throughout the entire day, almost every single day. I love it. It's the best job I could have ever asked for. Over these past 3 years, I never mentioned film school, and that's just because I personally never went to film school. And I'm not saying that film school is bad or anything like that. I feel like I learned a lot more than if I would have gone to film school. And that's just because I've had a great mentor in Anastas. I've had amazing support group between my family and my friends. Everyone's kind of been super supportive of me trying to chase after my dreams. I picked up a lot of information very quickly because I was so passionate. I was spending so much of my time on YouTube, looking through all these different tutorials, trying to learn camera settings, all the basics. So what shutter speed is, aperture, ISO, white balance, you name it, all the basics. All of that stuff was learned in the field as well as on YouTube. I would say I spent probably a good 6 months almost every single day. Right before I'd go to bed, about an hour, 2 hours of YouTube tutorials. I was basically just doing all of my research online through YouTube, and that's a great resource. It's completely free, and it's something that, you know, I think is gonna help a lot of videographers within the future. So like I said before at the beginning, I want this YouTube channel to be a place where people can ask questions, send me videos, and I can help critique them, give you guys my little bit of expertise. I want to have a channel where I can educate people as well as the same time they can educate me, and I can constantly be learning. So like I had mentioned, I learned a lot on YouTube, and so I want to give some recognition to those people where I've learned the most from, and some people who I look up to now. Some of those people are, of course, VisualsbyroyalZ. He's an amazing videographer. He shoots amazing music videos. Go check him out. All these links will be down in the description below for their YouTube channels and as well as their Instagrams. The next person I want to talk about is Jakob Owens, and overall his cinematography to me is amazing, and his work ethic. I can't believe how many videos this guy produces and how much filming he does. Whether it's on a vacation trip, he will get that trip paid for because he's shooting content, and that's something that I want to be doing in the future. That's something I look up to, so make sure you guys go check him out as well. The next person I want to mention is VisualBLVD. This guy is an absolute beast when it comes to After Effects and Premiere Pro effects. This guy is amazing. So he's going to be dropping a lot more After Effects tutorials. Make sure you go check him out. You guys will learn something new, that's for sure. The next person I want to shout is FiskeFilms, and I want to shout him out because me and him have basically been hand-to-hand competition in a way without even knowing it. We've been pretty good friends over the past year. We actually met through VisualsbyroyalZ, but every single time I see him post a new video, it makes me want to post a new video. So having friends like that around is super important if you guys are wanting to grow to the next level. So there's 3 people left on the list that I want to give a quick shout out to. Gerald Undone. If you ever need any camera gear, go watch this guy's reviews. He goes so in depth and goes in with a non-biased opinion, so it's super easy for you to figure out which gear you need based off of your own needs. This next shout out goes out to Olink, and the reason why I put him in here is because I recently just found his YouTube channel and I love the creativity he has. Some of the things that he's created is just beautiful. I love the fact that he's also using the Z cam, and that's the camera I've been looking to buy. That's how I found his YouTube channel actually. This guy's a lot of great tutorials behind the scenes. Just the overall seems like a great guy. He responded to any questions I had about the Z cam instantly, and you know, he seems like a pretty awesome dude. So shout out to Olink. Hopefully one day, you know, we can meet and maybe collab in the future. Who knows? Hopefully you guys have a better understanding now of who 99 Films, what kind of content I create, what really drives me, and as well as, you know, the future that I see this channel going towards. Let me know in the comments, how many years have you guys been doing video for, and why have you stuck with it? For all the new content that I will be posting, make sure you subscribe so you guys don't miss it. There's gonna be a lot of tutorials, a lot of behind the scenes, and a lot of the content that I'm creating, as well as I'm gonna be interacting with you guys on that short film idea. Hopefully you guys like that plan. So I'm gonna leave my social media stuff here to the left, as well as in the description below. Make sure you guys go check out for more of my content, as well as if you guys have any questions at all, don't be afraid to DM me. I will answer anything and everything. Like I said, I wanted to make this YouTube channel a perfect space for beginners as well as for experienced videographers who might need to learn a trick or two, or even if they want to critique some of my videos or if they want to get critiqued themselves. Send me any of your videos through DM and I will watch them, I will critique them, and I will help you out as much as I can. Hopefully you guys have a better understanding of who 99 Films or Dyson is, and hopefully I can help you guys. I want to be able to meet some new amazing videographers. I want inspiration. I want to meet some new beginners who need some help. This has been Dyson, aka 99 Films, and thank you guys for watching. Peace.